everybody. Happy Saturday evening. I'm here at WHO 13 in the studio. You can see the lights behind me kind of make me look angelic, I think. Maybe. Anyway, I just saw that a certain basketball game came to an end, so I thought I'd hop on, do some weather nerd stuff for you here, and talk about the forecast ahead, which for the most part is fairly quiet. We're going to start off with a surface map here. This is from the Iowa Environmental Mesonet, their surface map. So you're looking at things like airports and roadway sensors, the weather stations at all those places. Red numbers are temperatures, and the blue numbers are dew points. And the first thing that strikes me when I'm looking at this on the 5th of April is how dry the air is. Those blue numbers show dew points in the teens, and that's pretty dry. And you can tell when you go outside, you can probably kind of feel it on your skin and maybe your mouth. But again, those red numbers are cool temperatures out there around central Iowa. And the black lines here are wind barbs. And it shows you the direction the wind is coming from. These long lines here are knots. So each one of those long lines is 10 knots. So two of those obviously equals 20. A half line is 5 knots. So it's been a breezy day out there. As we head through the overnight, those breezes are going to die down a little bit. Here's another look at the winds at this hour, and the strongest of them, unsurprisingly, across north central Iowa. It tends to be kind of a breezy part of the state. Taking a wider look around the region here, you can see those winds coming from the north out of Iowa, and then in general, high pressure here off to our west. And in our part of the earth, the northern hemisphere, that means the winds rotate clockwise around that, and we get north winds here in the state of Iowa. Let's take a look at the satellite picture. And of course, the bad news this week continues to be severe weather to our south and to our east, the lower Mississippi Valley, the Ohio Valley. Parts of that area have seen in Arkansas and Kentucky over the last day 6+ inches of rain. In Arkansas and Tennessee and Kentucky, there are areas that have seen more than 10 inches of rain over the past few days. So getting closer to home here, this is called output from what's called the National Blend of Models. So these are computer models all blended together. And again, not necessarily my forecast here, but it gives you an idea of what we're looking at temperature-wise. And good evening to you, James. Thanks for hopping on. And so we start off the week. I'm old. It's a lot easier for me to see if I don't have these on. Monday does get cool, so we have a kind of a milder Sunday than today was. Monday gets cool. Hi, Carrie. And then Tuesday, we see a warm up again. Now, it does get windy on Wednesday, and you guys have seen this over and over this spring. It gets windy out of the south, and we get warmer temperatures. 64 for a high Wednesday. Lynn, yeah, Iowa will get rain. Let me show you that in just a second here. So we're going to be in the 60s Wednesday through Friday. We do have rain chances Wednesday and Thursday, and I'll show you those coming up. Saturday, 68 for a high, and then next weekend looks to be a lot warmer. You see temperatures there getting up into the 70s, so that's some good news. Another one of those graphs for you here. This is from the European computer model, and this is for Des Moines, showing some rain chances Wednesday and Thursday. But I want you to notice the lines here on the left and how they're demarcated. We're not talking about a whole lot of rain here coming up Wednesday and late Thursday. This is going to be very widely scattered, very light showers. And so at this point, I wouldn't cancel any outdoor plans you have for Wednesday. Surface map here from the Weather Prediction Center. So we'll take you through the next couple of days, and you'll watch there over northern North Dakota and northern Minnesota, a cold front by Sunday morning is what we're looking at now. That front advancing to the south. And Allie, that spring is coming. At least it's going to feel more like it by the end of the week. Sunday, this is Sunday afternoon. The front kind of slows down there a bit, but then it picks up speed here by Sunday evening. It's moving into northern Iowa. And then by Monday morning, which you're seeing here, you'll see that front moving through the state. So obviously behind a cold front, Monday is going to be a cooler day. And by Monday evening, which is what you're looking at here, an area of high pressure centered just north of International Falls there, and we will stay cool to start off the week, but then things start to warm up by the middle of the week. So let me throw this in reverse. This looks like a big mess or some kind of modern art, but this is the 500 millibar map. So when we look at altitude in the atmosphere and weather, we can measure it with pressure surfaces. 500 millibars is about 18,000 feet, very roughly. And the red you see on this map is rotation in the atmosphere, what we call vorticity. And so when we're forecasting, to get precipitation, you need moisture and lift, and these areas of vorticity can act as lifting mechanisms as they come through. So basically what happens here, this is Sunday evening. I'm going to rock this back and forth, and if you look northeast of Iowa, you'll see one of those little lobes of vorticity move across Wisconsin. We don't have enough moisture for that to do a whole lot here. And then as we get into Wednesday, you'll see another disturbance come in here right there, kind of brushing north of Iowa. That'll kick off a chance for some light showers Wednesday. You see another one right here coming into northern Iowa as we go Wednesday into Thursday. And then late Thursday, you'll see that rotate out of Minnesota. All three of those can act as lifting that can create precipitation. But again, Wednesday and Thursday, we're not talking about much in the way of rain. I'm going to throw this in reverse too. This is still the European computer model. So as we look at precipitation here, the next few days, pretty uneventful, stays dry, so you can wash the car or whatever you want to do like that. But as we get into Wednesday, the first of those disturbances comes by. This is Wednesday early morning. You see that rain moving through the state during the morning hours, and we get kind of a break later in the day for a bit. And then we go into Thursday, and by middle of the day or afternoon, I'm going to rock back and forth here. Again, another chance of rain as another one of those disturbances rotates through the state. This is what's called an ensemble computer model. So there's basically 50 computer models stacked up there. And we look at this when we're talking about precipitation probabilities. The idea is that if more of these computer model members than not has precipitation output during a given time frame, there's a better chance we're going to see rain. So what you want to see on this for a precipitation chance is a Jenga tower. You want to see this all filled in this column on Wednesday and Thursday, and it pretty much is. So I think the likelihood of precipitation Wednesday, Thursday, even though it's going to be light, is pretty good. Thank you, Jack. I'll do it. And then beyond that, you see it kind of gets more nebulous. So rain chances beyond that, not quite as good. Let's take a look at any severe chances for Iowa. Spoiler alert, there aren't any. This is day one, and you'd see anything colored in here. We'll go to day two, nothing. Day two would be Sunday. Day three is Monday, no precip chances. And even days 4 through 8 on the screen there, nothing. So just quiet weather ahead. I know folks are waiting for soil temperatures to get up so they can plant some things. We'll kind of help you with that by the end of the week. Now, I think what a lot of you really want to see is this next graphic here. This is also from the European computer model. This is also output from those 50 ensemble members, and this is snowfall this time. And you see almost no chance of snow going all the way out here the next 10 days or more. So I think we're done with snow for the season in the state, unless something wacky happens here. And that does happen some years. I mean, we've had snow in Des Moines on May 3rd, but I just don't see it happening. I forgot to pull up. Let me see here. Look even farther ahead than that. I wonder who made this webpage I get things from. Should be better organized. Oh, wait, it's me. All right. 6 to 10 day outlook. Better news here. This is April 11 through 15, above average temperatures across our area and to the west. Dry conditions, and I don't know if that's what people want to see at this point. I mean, farmers will probably want to start getting into the field at some point, but we may still be a little early for that. These are the 8 to 14 day outlooks, and again, some good news here in terms of temperature. So this would be from April 13 through 19. And again, that above average chance for seeing warmer than average temperatures and pretty much average rainfall April 13th through 19th. So that's all from Weather Geek land. And that's just some of the things when I get into work, I look at. I think if you talk to every meteorologist who does this in Des Moines or who works at the National Weather Service, everybody does things differently and everybody looks at different things. So this is just some of the things that I look at. It's not just looking at computer models. It's looking at trends from day to day. It's looking at patterns. Have I seen this before? And, some of it's still kind of gut and some of it's still kind of art. And we're right more often than we're wrong, a lot more often, actually. Good meteorologists will be right, let's say 9 days out of 10. And guess which day people remember. But when those days happen, we try and go back and kind of learn from what we've done and see if we can keep it from happening again. And yes, Cindy, it does get warmer by the end of the week here. So thanks for being with me. I think I'm gonna try to do this on nights when the weather's more quiet if I don't have severe weather to wrestle with, and I have a little time, just for anybody who's interested, or maybe you're just lonely. I don't know.